Today we're trying a Coffey vodka. We're trying a Blackcurrant vodka. Stella Nova was a... oh yeah, that was an aged gin. And a navy gin. So we're at Spirits of Hven here in Sweden. Essentially, it's a restaurant bar combined with a distillery at the same time, right? But they also have like guest houses, right? Like bungalows outside where you can sleep for the night. So me and my mother, who invited me, are here where we're just kind of chilling, and it's really, really cool. So during the day, right, we took a boat here because this is technically on an island, right? It's a very small island, essentially. The guy who owns the place, he spoke about it, and he said that the amount of time it takes to walk around the entire island is about the same amount of time that it requires to drink 4 beers, I think he said, or 1 bottle of whiskey. But if you're walking, but if you take 2 bottles of whiskey, it's gonna take a longer time. I have like this. It's basically a wooden plank, right? I'm just gonna pick it up so you can see what it looks like. But that's kind of fancy, right? And so if you show up here, I don't know why you would, but if you ever would, then you might also get a nice little plank with some holes in it. But yeah, they have all of their own glasses in different shapes and sizes, of course. They have these tiny ones where we get like a taste test, right? Then we have these big ones for like water or drinks. And it's really, really cool. They also have, obviously, if you want to get like a specific drink in a specific glass, we also have different shapes for that as well. Like this one. And this one is actually built on a corn whiskey that we also have in a small form. But yeah, also I was invited by my mother, who is here next to me. She might just say hi.
Hi.
And I guess if she comes up with anything to say, she might pop up. But yeah, I guess we should just start with the Coffey vodka, right? Well, initially, it makes me think of those like coffee cough drops. Like hard candies in like metal tins. You've had them. She's had them.
It's granny sweets.
Yeah, granny sweets. Exactly. Grandma's had them. I don't know. Did your grandma have them? You had them. Okay. So it's just mother sweets. I guess there's no point in wasting more time. I'll just try it.
Tastes like coffee.
Tastes like coffee. Apparently it's 41.8% alcohol. That's a lot. I mean, comparatively to the time when we drank beers, and they were like 5.8. 48 is a lot higher. It tastes like sweet coffee. It's obviously not too bitter at all. Definitely. I mean, obviously, since it's 48%, you're gonna feel some of that alcohol, but it's not too like, doesn't hit you right in the face. I don't think. Could have been a lot worse. So I mean, you could definitely make a drink of this. I mean, maybe you could probably make like a coffee Moscow Mule. That would be cool.
Oh, I'm with you.
Like milk but vodka. Yeah, I think that could work. Or wait, that's a White Russian. Sorry. White Russian. You can make a White Russian with this. Now we have the Blackcurrant one, right? And that's a berry. And I mean, at least here, it's a very common berry that we have in a lot of different like drinks. We have it sometimes to meats. And this one for sure smells a lot like very sweet, like, what is it? Kool-Aid?
Blackcurrant cordial.
Cordial?
Yeah.
Yeah, you mix it with water. You can mix it with... Oh, yeah, cider. Snakebite, yeah, for sure. Oh. Interesting. I would like to hear what your thoughts are on it before I say anything else.
Honestly, it smells very natural.
Very natural.
It
grown
from the
and...
island.
Yeah, berries from the island.
Yeah.
It's very natural. Nothing here is like augmented or whatever. It isn't created in a lab. It's created by the lore of the ground.
And it's a lot of taste.
It's a lot of taste.
A lot of taste and...
yeah, it's very sweet inherently, so putting like some citrusy flavors could be probably work as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird because when I tasted it, I kind of thought of like a sweaty cheese. I don't know if you found that, but I definitely found some sweaty cheese. I could definitely see myself. You know, like in Ratatouille, the movie, where he like picks up a cheese and then picks up like a berry and eats them at the same time. It's essentially that. I mean, because I find some.
Honestly, son, have you brushed your teeth?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
No, I
okay.
well, technically, well, doesn't matter if I brush my teeth. But I can kind of maybe it's not necessarily the cheese flavor, but I can see how I could combine it with something like stinky, cheesy, and that would be a nice taste.
I'm with you there, but
And maybe that's just kind of fucking with my brain. Okay, so Stella Nova was a oh yeah, that was an aged gin, oak aged gin.
did you show the drinks?
I did show the drinks just swiftly. See, they look like this. Even got a nice straw made of paper to save the turtles. Okay, Stella Nova, right? So, oak-aged gin, right? Now, obviously, we talked about this last time when we drank beers, about the different like colors and things. Now, obviously, it might be hard to tell right here on the stream, but then if we compare it to the navy gin, which comes right after this, you can see a very clear difference. How one of them is very clear, very white. The other one, obviously, quite a lot more yellow. Yellow. It's very yellow. And this one, yeah, the colors came from the oak aging, right? But it does just kind of smell like gin.
Sorry.
It does just kind of smell like gin. Pineapple juice, Kelsey? No, it's not. Well, maybe pineapple juice.
Oh.
You didn't think this smelled like gin at all?
But
I feel
because
like
if you smell
juniper.
At the other one.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's a gin punch.
Yeah.
This is like a gin tickle.
Yeah. Gin tickle.
A gin tickle. Okay, so
Okay.
so the yellow one, like I find the juniper berry. I definitely find it in the smell. It's not pineapple, but you probably could mix it with pineapple. Not gonna lie. 41.8% alcohol. Solid. You see, it's weird smelling these next to each other.
That's the way you should do it.
Yeah, this is.
You should always have a reference.
You should always have a reference. Mother says so. You should always have a reference. Because this one definitely loses a bit in its smell after smelling this one. Because this one is like, how much alcohol percentage in the Navy?
I think it's
50.
57.1.
Yeah, 57.1 versus 41. But so basically 57 versus 41. That's like a 16 percentage difference. Large difference. Adam, you want me to mix them at the end? I mean, mix these different 4-1s when we've tasted them all.
Yeah.
We could mix them. We can mix them, Adam. just for the stupid idea of it. But let's start out with tasting this one by its own first. No, I really like this one. It has.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
That's the yeah.
It's a bit spicy, isn't it?
It's a bit spicy, and it does taste like rainwater or like rain on gravel.
Yeah, absolutely. Rain on
Rain
asphalt.
Rain on asphalt. Yeah.
Hot asphalt or on the beach.
On the beach,
The
even.
mineral tone.
Minerals for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And like it doesn't. It's a weird taste, I think, because it's one of those where I can see why someone wouldn't like it, but personally I really enjoy it because it's kind of nostalgic in a way. But yeah, the Navy Gin definitely punches you more with that juniper. Because I thought the first one that we just did was a lot of juniper, but this one is crazy. Okay. Well, I mean, I just need to taste this one. I feel like I'm stalling. Whoa, that's spicy. That's very spicy. I feel a lot of cinnamon. Or like maybe cardamom. Yeah.
Cassia bark.
Cassia bark.
Cassia.
That's the. I was about to say Latin word. That's not the Latin word.
Cardamom.
Yeah, cardamom for sure. But it's also very yeah, obviously 57. That's
0.1.
yeah, that's
Point one.
point one. Let's not forget the point one. They're also important. But yeah, it's for sure you can taste the alcohol in this one, but I really like it actually. It's warming. Wasn't part of the like Navy strength because it was on. You would have it on a boat during
War times.
war times. Okay, so essentially, if the barrels of this gin would be broken during war, the gunpowder would still be able to burn.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Because it was quite common, you know, the cannonballs went in through the boat,
Yeah.
all the drinks,
yeah,
and they had a lot of drink.
yeah, obviously. They had a lot of drinks on the drink deck.
Lots of alcohol because
Lots
you
of
died
alcohol.
if you drank the water.
Yeah.
If you
Water was
drank
poisonous.
yeah.
So you had to drink some kind of alcohol. Yeah. So alcohol is cleansing.
In a way.
It removes some of the dirt, not all of the dirt, but some of it. It also saved the gunpowder. It saved your insides, but it also saved your gunpowder, which meant you can kill the other guy. But it's very interesting to see how we today make something that for some reason is supposed to work on like an 1800s ship or whatever, like a 1700s ship, right? Like
Because it's quite tasty.
it is
isn't
tasty. It is tasty. So somehow they made something tasty with also like a useful purpose, essentially.
Honestly, back in the days, it probably tasted like shit, but
Oh yeah, it was bad when they actually made it for real, but now we're smarter. We've grown.
Honestly, we're not out on the boat, you know, killing people.
We're not out of the boat. That
with
is true.
gunpowder.
America could take a lesson. Don't make gunpowder. Make gin.
Well, why not?
While we're on the topic of gin, we have the gin and tonic. Which one was this one made with?
It's made of the Navy strength.
Navy
gin,
strength,
but
so
it's
the same as this one.
Yeah, it's a quite simple gin and tonic.
Simple gin and tonic.
Yeah, it's a Swedish tonic.
Swedish tonic?
And of course a Swedish gin.
And a Swedish gin.
Yeah.
So it's a very Swedish drink, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And as all Swedes, probably bitter. I'll use the straw. You know, it is very nice.
Turtles, the drink, or the
Both the
straw?
turtles, the drinks, and not necessarily the straw. The straw is it's good for the environment, but it's
Yes.
it's not good for me. I made my own gin tonic today.
From
That's true.
their organic gin.
From the organic gin. So that was a different. We've tried 3 different gins today, and one of them we tasted twice. We were invited here, or you were invited here, and I was invited by you. And essentially, we've got a tasting, like a full tasting with like facts and history and a lot of interesting, like just interesting knowledge about taste, how we feel taste, our senses, like how we listen, how that can impact our experience, right? So during that tasting, we got to taste the organic gin at 40%. So it's probably the lowest one
Yeah. So far.
that we've tried so far. And then, like, during this tasting, the guy who was holding it, also the owner, he basically, we're tasting it like by itself first, putting maybe some like thinking about it, taking the time to experience the entire thing, thinking about wherever it lands on your tongue, right, smelling it, all of that stuff. And then we had some different types of citrus fruits. So we had like a lemon, right, and we would squeeze it in. He told us like, oh, squeeze this much. 4 drops, and then pour in the tonic water, just like so. It's about 50-50 with the gin and then the tonic water. And then if you wanted more tonic water, you could add that, of course. And then we also had some more juniper berries, right? That we should crush up in your palm. So basically, just like crush it against your palm, put it in there. And that was really, really nice. You could also rub like the outside of the lemon, like the yellow part. If you rub that along the rim, like along this part of a glass, you will feel the smell of the lemon more, making it taste more lemony. Which is, I mean, that's a really smart tip if you're ever gonna make a drink.
It's mostly actually the nose.
Yeah, technically
that-
you don't taste through your mouth.
No.
You taste through your nose, which is crazy, right? Because like your nose is the receptor of like over 300 different smells.
Yeah.
And those smells, when you have them in your mouth, essentially turn into taste. Because your mouth can only taste like 6 things.
Oh dear.
Exactly. And we also talked about like the whole idea of not necessarily things being sweet, for example, but like being able to remove the like sense of bitterness.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily that something that might seem sweet isn't necessarily super sweet. It might just be that it's blocking your bitter like parts of your tongue, right? So that you can only taste the sweet parts. And that's pretty interesting. This gin and tonic, right? You might say it's a bit bitter because obviously tonic water is a bit bitter. The gin as well can be a bit bitter. But then if we use some kind of weird chemical mixture, we can make all the bitterness disappear and it's just sweet. That's kind of crazy. Not that I wouldn't do that because I kind of like the bitter taste, but
Yeah. Is it because we're Swedes?
it's potentially because we're Swedes.
Okay.
But I also think it's because like I feel like this is an acquired taste, partially.
Yeah.
Gin and tonic is not something that you like grow up liking because you just like sweet stuff. And you can just kind of learn it.
Like breast milk, that's sweet.
Oh, true. Breast milk is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
No, but then you start to eat, like mashed potatoes with breast milk in it.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
You
Actually,
put breast
do.
milk in mashed
Well,
potatoes?
Yes. Baby, you had mashed potatoes
Yo.
with breast milk, and you actually had sweet corn with
Sweet
breast
corn.
milk in it as
Oh,
well.
creamed corn, but with
Yeah,
breast milk.
with breast milk. Okay, you were just like
we-
6 months old.
We
but,
can make
yeah.
a restaurant.
Yeah, we can do
The
that.
breast milk restaurant.
What should we call it? Not the bear, but you could call it
The bear, as in bare chested.
yeah. Yeah.
The bare chested
Yeah,
restaurant.
The bare-chested restaurant.
If you haven't seen The Bear, I highly recommend it. Great show. But yeah, okay. Should we move on to the Mercurius? Yeah, it was called Mercurius, and this was the corn whiskey. It does smell very sweet. Corn in general is a very sweet thing to make stuff off of. Like creamed corn is sweet. Obviously, there's sweet corn. Almost like marshmallowy, weirdly enough.
I don't think it's weird because
You don't think
actually it's been on the oak casks.
Oak casks.
Yes, and
Bring in
that's where you get the vanilla from.
vanilla. Oh.
So it's not so strange.
So it's corn, sweet vanilla.
That's the way it should be. I like that.
Was this the one that they that was a corn whiskey that they could have called a bourbon if it was made
Yes.
in America, right?
Absolutely.
So this essentially, right? It's a bit yellow, maybe a bit orange as well. But it could have been a bourbon, which is it's essentially just a whiskey made in America, right? Like
No, it's a whiskey with like 51%
51% corn. Yeah, so it needs to be
In the mash bill.
mainly corn in its in its creation. But then again, it's also American.
It
Oh,
needs
that's-
to be done in America.
Yeah.
Well, something came here for you.
All right. So
Okay.
on demand, I was about to say. Irish coffee? No, wait.
No,
Swedish
it's-
coffee.
It's not an Irish coffee. It's not a Swedish coffee. It's a Venus coffee.
Venus coffee. Oh, it's from outer space.
That they call this Venus
This is a Venus.
has to do with Tycho Brahe.
Tycho Brahe,
Yeah.
which obviously everyone knows is a very famous astronomer from
Yes.
the 1500s.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Danish, Swedish,
Swedish.
Swedish, Danish. Blah,
Well, yeah.
blah is Danish for sure.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I always heard he was Swedish.
Okay,
but,
fair enough. He was the
and he
first
had-
guy who thought of the idea that the sun was the center of our galaxy, right?
Yes.
So he was the first one who was like, yo, maybe Earth isn't the center of everything, and maybe we're actually circulating around the sun. And then people put him in jail, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, they banned him as well because
They banned him for sure.
He fucked everybody.
Oh yeah,
Everybody's wives.
Yeah. He was promiscuous.
They didn't like him much, did they?
So Venus is a rye whiskey, which is also common in America.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So essentially, we're a Swedish company making
American whiskey.
whiskey.
Because there's nothing called Swedish whiskey. So where should we get our inspiration? We got, the blackcurrant vodka.
Blackcurrant
That's very
vodka for sure is Swedish,
in
yeah.
a way.
for sure.
And of course, have you told them you tried the raspberry vodka today?
Oh yeah, we didn't try with the raspberry vodka. I didn't speak about that yet.
No, it's very fresh and it's very nice and it's very Swedish. Because vodka has been here for years.
For
and
ages,
years and
yeah,
years,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
I mean, we were invaded by the Russians.
Honestly, I think the Vikings made, lots
Yeah, yeah.
of
We've
things.
experimented with alcoholism.
Well, you said it, I did not. I think you need to try this one again.
This
That's
one.
the Mercurius.
Mercurius, the corn
The
whiskey.
The corn whiskey. Because we have this one.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So
we
this is
have-
also a drink made with a base of this whiskey, right?
Yes,
This is a whiskey sour, essentially.
kind of. Yes, it is.
It almost has a tropical smell.
Yeah. It does.
So talking about pineapple, as you did before, Kase. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's quite nice to have a drink when you have, drinking pure spirits. It's
Yeah, yeah,
nice
yeah.
to have a drink.
Yeah, after
Isn't it?
after like drinking this one, it's like obviously a high percentage, very strong tastes. But it's sometimes it's nice to just like kind of have something that you can have for a longer time as well.
Try it with
Okay.
the coffee vodka.
So the coffee
won't we?
vodka with the coffee drink, actually. See what happens. Because this one already has alcohol in it,
Yes.
so obviously gonna be two fighting alcohols for the presence, essentially. I'm
For your
thinking
life?
popcorn.
Popcorn.
Popcorn. I'm not sure if it's buttered popcorn or if it's caramelized popcorn or if it's both.
I think it's both because you have the cream. You
We have the
sugar.
cream from buttered popcorn, but then the sugar, caramelized popcorn. So basically, coffee vodka with coffee drink equals popcorn. I feel like because we obviously want to try and mix them as if we're gonna mix them.
Mix them in this one.
Oh, mix them with this one, yeah.
We have the Mercurius.
So we have the Mercurius, so
And
that's
I-
actually
I-
5. I give you 1 extra. I'm combining them. I am like a chemist. I am now Walter White.
Yes.
I guess I haven't really talked about Breaking Bad on stream, actually.
You have that because we love breaking.
I think that's
Bad, don't
about
we?
enough. Let's see what I was about to say perfect blend. This is not a perfect blend.
This is going
This
to be a horrible blend.
this is what we would call a yuck. A yuck. A yuck.
A-Y-U-K.
A yuck?
A yuck?
Are you doing the goofy laugh? A yuck?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
You shake it a bit.
So this is all of the different 5 different alcohols combined now,
Yeah.
and then 99% of it just smells like the gin.
It does?
Yeah,
Yeah. Give it to me.
almost 100%. It does have some weird. For some reason, I can smell
Yeah.
strawberry as well.
Strawberry.
I smell or maybe it's maybe it's the blackcurrant that just becomes some type of berry. But I swiftly I felt
I
so
just feel
sweet.
the juniper.
There's some sweet part about it
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
So let's try look. What is this Franken combination?
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. How was it?
Honestly, not that bad. It's actually pretty good. It's like
God, how have I raised you?
it's weirdly enough, it's got that juniper like it's got a juniper punch, but without the bitterness.
Honestly, it's quite.
It's actually very
It's
nice.
actually
It's
quite
actually very
nice.
nice.
I wasn't prepared for that.
This makes no sense. It shouldn't be like this, but this is the way it is.
It's nice.
And what are we gonna do about it?
Drink it.
We're gonna drink this. We're gonna drink this. We're gonna have a good rest of our night. I feel like this might be a good place to maybe pause.
Yeah.
I think we've done everything. We've tasted everything.
And the night.
And the night.
It's Kragilla cake
Kragelak.
Kragella from
Of course.
1980.
1981.
Yep.
Of course. Smooth.
That's
Very smooth.
It's not as interesting as
It's not necessarily
It's not
as interesting as that
this
one.
one, but yeah.
A full combination.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. But it is very, very tasty. But yeah, I think that's it for tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day. If you haven't eaten yet, remember to eat well and sleep well. And I will see you. You probably won't be, but I will see you. Drink water as well.
That's from Mom. Mom says drink water.
Drink water. Mom says drink water. Yeah.
And some nice.
Drink nice water and nice whiskey. But I will see you in the next